TikTok has recently automatically opted its users in to train its AI model. This is especially important for all the music content creators, producers, independent recording artists who use the platform to share their creative work. Today, I'm going to be reacting to this video by a top music attorney, breaking down some of the legal side on what's happening and what we can do to protect ourselves. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end of this video because there's very important information that you're going to need to know. So without further ado, let's get into it.
So TikTok just made all of our videos available for AI remixing. How is this even possible or legal?
Just so you know, when you post a video, you are allowing AI to remix your content. And if you want to turn it off, you have to go to each individual video and turn it off. Well, this is gonna take a while.
So creators who make social media content and post it on TikTok right now are losing their minds. I so have to applaud the creators who are actually going and individually updating the settings on all of their videos hundreds of times, thousands of times.
I didn't think I would be spending the rest of my day manually going through every single one of my 1,000 or so TikTok videos posted since 2018 that have all been non-optionally, non-consensually opted in to the TikTok AI remix feature.
And I equally understand those who are saying, they're like, I can't possibly do this. I'm not even gonna try.
I saw a lot of people talking about like, yeah, I went through my old stuff back to 2020, and I turned it off for each video individually, and I cannot do that.
I too not only have thousands of videos, but I have different brands with thousands of videos each. So yes, TikTok has quietly changed the rules and everyone's videos have been opted in by default.
I have a backlog of hundreds of videos. It took me hours. And now, for every video that I make going forward, including this one, I have to go into the privacy settings before I post it and switch that little notch and let them know to not let AI remix it. Every time.
Other companies like TikTok, they have not been this aggressive. And the actual level of predatory conduct by TikTok is actually astonishing. I mean, the fact that there may come a time very soon where you're scrolling through TikTok and you'll literally see yourself remixed into someone else's video. Someone made something without your authorization using your face and did so legally.
Kind of sounds, and I don't think I'm making too far of a reach here, that the TikTok AI remix feature is going to be like the Sora app, but you could put me in a different outfit, make me say something I would never say. That's crazy.
Oh, that's interesting, guys. Now we're starting to get into dangerous territory. Let's say you're scrolling through your TikTok app and you see a video of yourself advertising something, maybe something that goes against you ethically or morally. And, TikTok can come to you and say, hey, look, you actually consented to us using this. And this kind of gets me thinking about, some of you AI super fans as far as music goes. I know a lot of you guys get triggered in my comments and it's all good. This is a safe space for you guys to express yourselves. And it's like, I've been thinking about the production versus the consumption side of technology and what AI is doing. So what I'm seeing so far is AI could possibly replace the production side when it comes to social media. So we can use platforms like, TikTok to train on individuals' personalities, and then from there create different real life avatars of them to help push products and even create organic content. And then now the real life people whose personalities it was actually trained off of, they get totally pushed out. They get totally boxed out. And then these larger corporations can just hoard all the money to themselves, and they don't have to worry about working with real humans, compensating real humans, anything like that. They could just totally have a monopoly on the production side, and then the real life humans would just, sit idly by as the consumers. We just scroll, and you're not even helping a real person out there feed themselves. It's a tricky game. It's a tricky world out there. And I'm possibly seeing the same thing happening with music as well. As platforms like Suno are training off the open internet and is creating these AI music off of real people. They don't have to compensate them, and then eventually it's going to start to get better and better. So everyone out there using this technology, please think about the real world consequences that come with it. Don't just use it like a toy. Understand that there could be some type of end game to it. I don't want to get paranoid. I don't want to put my tinfoil hat on, but it's looking like the production side of content and maybe even music might be pushed away to just AI stuff. But let's go ahead and get back into the video.
I mean, setting aside the effects on your brain of just using TikTok in general and what has been well studied, which is the dopamine effect of getting on the TikTok algorithm. I mean, as a society, we're literally being trained to crave stimulation, and it's not an accident. This is how the TikTok platform is engineered. Now, this isn't just a TikTok problem. Every single platform is competing for your attention. They'll do whatever they need to try to get a leg up on the competitor. So we've seen a lot of these tech companies, these different platforms, stealing whatever they want to train their AI models. But with TikTok, it just decided to update its contracts to automatically opt you in. And the way that this works on paper is that TikTok can come back and say, well, we are legally doing this. But I really think that this goes so far beyond what is legally okay and what the general public at large would agree to. Now, there are two places where TikTok says you already gave it permission to do this AI remixing. And both of the updates that happened occurred on January 22nd, 2026. And the first place is the privacy policy, and this is what it says. We, TikTok, may collect user content through pre-uploading at the time of creation, import, or upload, regardless of whether you choose to save or publish that user content. This means that the analysis, the scanning, the training, all the things that are happening on TikTok are actually happening in the drafts that you have saved in your account. And so you don't even have to publish it anymore. TikTok is already accessing those videos.
That's interesting. And I don't think that that's an accident that TikTok is, training off of the drafted videos. Sometimes there's just different versions of how people want to approach certain types of content. And I'm thinking about like AI versions of organic content as opposed to AI for like ads and things like that. I think if they're able to train off of drafted content, they can just get more realistic stuff going on. Things could be more organic, feel more human-like, as opposed to ultra curated, ultra edited types of content. I may be reaching on that one, but I don't think so. I think that the end game, the next step is to push humans out of the production side. But let's go ahead and get back into the video.
The privacy policy goes on. So you give permission to TikTok to train, test, and improve technology such as machine learning models and algorithms. So yes, your content and your drafts are being used to train TikTok's AI. But it actually gets worse, because in the terms of service, which is a separate contract that you agree to when you use the platform, this is what it says. You grant to TikTok a license that is non-exclusive, irrevocable, meaning you can't take it back, and royalty-free, so they're not going to pay you, including to adapt or make derivative works for developing new technologies, including training machine learning models. Let me translate even further. You're giving TikTok the right to not only remix, but to modify and make new versions of your videos. And I'll say it again, you can't take back the right.
Guys, I'm really seeing this as you never really know what they might start advertising with your face, your own likeness, man. This could go in all kinds of different directions. And then what happens if nefarious actors get a hold of this type of technology? What can they do with that? I've heard different rumors here and there, different things going on, but man, this could go all the way bad, and it's looking like you can't even take back consent after the fact, which is crazy. But let's go ahead and get back into the video.
Terms go on to say you also grant users on the platform the right to adapt or make derivative works. So it's not just TikTok, it's anyone on the platform having these rights to make new versions of your videos. And so for content creators who are like families who have children, for example, so your children's faces can now be used without their authorization, without your authorization, and even if right now you watch this video and then you go and delete all of the videos that you're concerned about, the videos may be gone, but it's actually too late.
Guys, I am shocked. I did not expect it to go that far. You know, we're entering in an entirely new era, and I don't think many people understand that. I see people speak about AI is just a tool, it's just a tool, it's just a tool, but it's more than just a tool because it's generative, it's creating something from real things out there, as we can see real human beings, real human likeness, and people can do all kinds of weird, wonky stuff with your image, and you know, it's like she said, it's like you can't take it back. So once it's out there, and they automatically toggled on the permission feature. So now it's too little, too late. They made the change so quickly that it's almost impossible to get past. You know, how many people are busy right now on vacation or traveling, not even really paying attention to the news, and you know, they forget, they might skim over a headline, but they're not really diving in and digging into what this actually means. So, man, it's getting real spooky out here, guys. Y'all be safe. Let's go ahead and get back into the video.
So if we take a step back in the predatory nature of TikTok and just using the platform, the fact that our attention spans are literally going down every time we use the platform, in that TikTok has trained you, these algorithms have trained you, that you need to make sure you have attention, that you do volume, because if you don't, your viewership will go down to nothing. So you get punished. And even in that, I believe it's predatory of these platforms to do that with the algorithm. And so I do my lawyerly thing and I go, what can we do about this? Well, in the terms of service, it says the platform is provided as is. We shall not be liable. You bear all the consequences. And actually, the very most money that you can get if you bring a lawsuit against TikTok is $100 or however much you paid TikTok, which is probably less than that. The issue is not that TikTok has AI remixing, it's that it forced everyone in automatically, and your consent now has to be removed, and also in an extremely difficult, time-intensive way. So here's the question. Is this the new world that we live in and everyone just needs to get with the program? Technology is advancing and this is the way companies just have to go about it?
It's getting wild out here, guys. You know, all the AI super fans, and it's just a tool, and you guys need to get with the times, and you know, all that stuff y'all talk in the comments. Now it's going to other parts of the social media landscape, not just, you know, music and things like that. And sometimes I question how real some of you guys are who comment, who are super AI fans. I'm a little suspicious. I think some of you guys might actually be AI yourselves. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you going to go ahead and delete your TikTok? Are you going to turn off the AI remix feature? It's kind of sounding like it's too little too late, but let me know what you guys think and what is your strategy to combat these type of changes from corporations to just take your work like this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit like and subscribe. My name is Desmond A, and I'll be back with more great videos. Peace. Wait, before you go, make sure you go to DesmondASounds.com where you can get free FL Studio Patcher plugins, free loops, free guides, everything you need to level up your music production. Once again, go to DesmondASounds.com or click the link in the description. Go there now and totally transform your music production.